Chris, thank you. The U.S. government is now taking extraordinary measures to pay its bills.
Aaron Baker has been following this, and he joins us with the latest. Aaron?
Here on Nigel, now that the U.S. has hit its debt limit, Congress has to work together to figure out how to move forward.
The debt limit is a statutory limit on the total amount of debt that the federal government can have.
And that limit of $31.4 trillion has been reached. Tonight, the country's debt sits at over $31.5 trillion. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen sent a letter to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy letting him know that the U.S. is now taking, quote, extraordinary measures to pay the government's bills.
Congress has to authorize the government to acquire debt. Otherwise, it's an unconstitutional act, right? I mean, the Constitution is very clear about who has the right to tax Americans.
The U.S. Treasury says the debt limit has been changed or raised 78 times since 1960, but it's a hot-button issue, leading to worries that Congress won't be able to act in time.
The jockeying that you're seeing in Washington, D.C. right now between the president and Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill is an effort to shape that final deal.
Secretary Yellen believes the U.S. can continue to pay its bills until June, but those bills are being paid by using accounting maneuvers, a stopgap until an agreement can be reached. One upstate resident says the spending has to slow down.
We just can't keep raising the debt and raising the debt. They're spending the country into oblivion.
As Congress takes up the issue, some elected officials want to raise the debt without changes.
The Democrats and some Republicans want to have a clean debt ceiling increase. That means a debt ceiling increase that allows the government to borrow more money without any fiscal reforms whatsoever.
Others feel that it's an opportunity to cut back.
There are some Republicans, however, who would like to use this opportunity to demand that the federal government spend less or adopt other reforms, other fiscal reforms.
If a deal isn't reached by June, the U.S. could default on its debt, and that could impact Social Security payments, Medicare and Medicaid, and significantly impact the markets as well. Nigel.